Crywolf Folge 3, pack aus, Crooked Man.
Faulty information.
Bigby, is that true?
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Sheriff?
Georgie was a victim of this psycho, too. He was pushed into the whole thing, and now he's dead.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're
Come
involved.
on, it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
I know you're responsible. You've been behind all of this from the beginning. So cut the shit.
We all know who you are. We know what you've
Just
done.
give it up already.
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice. If we're ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
This is ridiculous.
You have the floor.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
Was mache ich?
You
better have a point.
Is this going somewhere?
Ups, zu
Straight to the
spät.
point, I see. You'll make a fine deputy mayor. Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah, that's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in line.
forget it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
Yes, but...
Wasn't I?
Y.
You're the fucking problem here, not us.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back, and in turn we used her magic to help poor Fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
She wanted my tree destroyed, but Bigby refused.
What?
You were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true?
Don't blame Snow, she had her reasons. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man. That's why Snow wanted your tree burned.
That's not why.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Things haven't been great for a while now, but we'll do better at protecting you. From people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
He took Faith and Lily from us. And while we can never get them back, we can certainly punish who's responsible.
They're right.
Sind die eigentlich das
You're all
Tribunal
still
oder?
afraid of him,
Scheinbar.
even now.
Aha.
But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Das ist wie in der Schule. Bei der Wahl.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
So, are we done?
Fuck you, okay? I'm sick of your shit.
You see what I mean?
Bigby?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just mean...
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Yes, you're responsible.
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe
Ganz schön clever.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was different.
Bluebeard hat geschlagen, oder?
You think he shouldn't be held accountable?
That was Bluebeard, not me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection. Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for mine.
This is completely different.
I did not order those 2 girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
This isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain level
here.
of privilege should be afforded to
To who?
This is how it's always been.
This is what I'm talking about. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you from the big bad wolf? Who will be the...
Bigby! Miss White!
Da ist sie ja.
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath, little
What's
one?
she doing here?
I'd like to... I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
I found Vivian's body. Did you kill her? Did he?
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Be quiet.
We need to establish some order here.
Vivian wanted you freed from the ribbons. She took her own life.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know
Nerissa!
you.
My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only 2 people who ever gave a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me.
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well.
Nah, that's too fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free after this.
You're done talking, crooked man. You had your chance.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
Das muss doch jetzt
How
hoffentlich
can we
nicht
be
ich
sure
entscheiden,
he
oder?
won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been
I
enough
don't care.
bloodshed
So we
already?
get rid of
Too
him.
dangerous.
Get him out of here.
We can send him
Everyone,
away.
listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
I hope you aren't suggesting yourself.
Was sagst du?
Why not?
What about a vote?
What do you think this
Abstimmung.
is?
Everyone, calm down.
Ich auch.
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative.
Ach nee, komm.
He should be the judge.
Das ist doch
Makes
einfach.
sense to
Wieso?
me.
I guess it does.
Wird halt eingesperrt.
Fine.
Ja,
Are you sure?
hätte ich jetzt auch
This
gesagt.
isn't how
It's
it's...
what the people want, Miss White.
Aber das Volk, das will doch über
Okay,
Köpfe sehen.
Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
Snow,
Just Do what you think is right.
Ja, lebenslänglich. Wieder schauen.
Yes, Sheriff.
Lock him up.
Do what you think is right.
Everyone, I'm...
Not this way. There you are. I hope you all remember this moment. Think of me when you try to sleep.
You said you had a way to keep him from hurting people.
Wait, you can't be
What
serious.
he's done, you just gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes, there's a way.
All right, do it.
Haha.
Not what I was expecting. Morning, crooked man.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
Let's just call it even.
Hey, Sheriff. Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay, great.
This fucking line.
Er nur wieder.
Oh, Mr. Wolf? Flycatcher left his keys.
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Oh, nee.
I'm going. Jesus.
We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit.
You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit. Just go grab that, would you?
How are you, holding up? I know this isn't ideal for you.
Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'd get another chance, but Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
Come on, Colin.
I'm walking, all right? Calm down.
Wait! Sheriff Bigby! I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so... if you could bring it to her, she was nice.
What is it?
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best. It's a willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, because when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
That's everybody.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
You'll be
I'm
safe
sorry,
out there.
TJ, but
Kann ich ihm nicht versprechen.
look on the bright side, okay? There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the Monday seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on, it won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No, some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves.
So you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ. Are you still mad at me?
Would it change your mind? You got another one of those? How about a smoke for the road? One last time? Thanks, Bigby. Always a gentleman, aren't you, Bigby? I guess I'll see you around. Stay out of trouble, okay? If you even can.
Yeah, see you around.
Maybe sooner than you think.
Saying goodbye?
Hi.
Hi.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to. It's just...
It's okay. I get it.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily. I'm not sure where to start. Faith, Lily, and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the Crooked Man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand.
What?
You've seen how they kept us quiet in that place. Can you imagine the lengths they go just to silence
oder?
someone who had physical evidence? I had to.
Marissa, what did you do?
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the Crooked Man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
So you sold them out?
No. Yes. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the Crooked Man. But then... Oh, God.
What happened? Can you tell me anything else?
I don't know what happened. But that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Wait, so Georgie told you all this? Not the Crooked Man? Back at the well, you said...
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the Crooked Man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
So you think that makes it okay to lie?
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... that night, after Faith. I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
You?
I walked her over here, and I left her. Just hoping that maybe if I couldn't save them.
So, that piece of fabric I found near there, that was you?
Yeah, I cut my leg trying to get over the fence.
So you started all this?
I just pointed you in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The Crooked Man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence. And the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us. Not really.
It's going to be different now, I promise. Things like that won't happen anymore. Not while I'm around.
You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. It seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, Bigby. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us. You don't see that a lot these days.
I go out there and I do my job. I put my life on the line. I get shot at. I do what has to be done for them. But at the end of the day, I'm still the bad guy.
I know, but they'll come around. You'll see. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you, none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the Crooked Man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew if anyone stood a chance against the Crooked Man,
Das war noch ein bisschen Nihilismus am Ende.
Doesn't matter what I do. In the end, it's all the same shit it always was.
You're wrong. You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you. You're not as bad as everyone says you are. I need to tell you something. I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me. Do you like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too.
Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Did Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests.
I hope you find what you're looking for.
Das habe ich jetzt nicht verstanden.
Geh mal nach.
Ja.
I'll see you around, Wolf.
Hä?
Hä? Was war jetzt das noch für eine...
Das habe ich jetzt nicht gecheckt.
Ich habe es auch nicht gecheckt. Ihr könnt uns ja erklären, was wir hier nicht gecheckt haben. Ob das jetzt nochmal ein weiterer Twist war oder nicht.
Also ich muss ganz ehrlich sagen, ich dachte bis gerade eben zu dieser Szene, als da Nerissa nochmal jetzt vor dem Woodlands war, dass es eine ganz schön lahme, berechenbare Auflösung von dem ganzen Ding war.
Ja.
Das hat dem Ganzen jetzt nochmal eine sehr glaubwürdige und, wie sagt man, hat dieses Schwarz-Weiß-Ding nochmal aufgebrochen, dass es halt dann doch etwas mehr Grau
aber
gibt.
Trotzdem ein bisschen komisch, weil so wie ich es jetzt verstanden habe, hat sie quasi die anderen verpfiffen. Und diesen Mordauftrag, da war sie nie Zeuge davon und die anderen auch nicht.
Also
aber warum hat dann der Crooked Man als sie das gesagt hat bei der Verhandlung, nicht eindeutiger interveniert, dass das nie passiert ist und dass sie ihn quasi hinhängen will mit der Zeugenaussage. Weil er in dem Moment war er so überfordert war und dann so, was, wieso sagst du jetzt die Wahrheit? Oh nein, die Vivian mit ihrem Ribbon ist tot und keine Ahnung. Also er hätte ja trotzdem sehr viel nachdrücklicher klar machen können, dass sie ihn gerade hinhängt mit einer Falschaussage.
Ja, das stimmt.
So.
Na, es ist jetzt natürlich auch nicht klar. Also theoretisch könnte der jetzt unschuldig sitzen. Ich meine, wir haben ihn wenigstens nicht umgebracht. Also immerhin.
Ja, vor allem, was heißt unschuldig? Er hat ja genug anderes auf dem Kerbholz. Aber was war das jetzt gerade am Ende noch? Dass ihm jetzt noch, das war diese typische, wie im Film, hier war es halt jetzt nur mit Sprache oder mit Sätzen, aber normalerweise ist es in dem Film die ganzen Rückblenden und da wird ganz klar, dass es noch eine Sache gibt, wo sie sich nochmal verplappert hat oder dass es irgendeinen Grund gibt, aber das haben sie jetzt nicht erklärt.
Was war denn die blaue Stimme? Ist das Faith gewesen?
Die blaue Stimme war doch immer Snow, oder nicht? Naja, ihr könnt uns das ja in den Kommentaren vielleicht vorher mit, wobei Spoilerwarnung braucht mit seiner letzten Episode auch nicht mehr machen, erklären, was wir jetzt da gerade nicht gecheckt haben oder ob wir irgendwas nicht gecheckt haben. Vielleicht wollen sie sich jetzt auch eine zweite Staffel offen lassen.
Das kann natürlich auch sein, aber du kannst ja vielleicht noch mal weiterdrücken. Wir können erstmal die Entscheidungen angucken.
Die meisten haben Georgie nicht umgebracht. Jeder hat, die Mehrheit, wie wir auch, war für die Verhandlung. Die Minderheit hat den einkerkern lassen. Wer lehnte DJs Gift ab?
Hau ab.
None of it matters in the end sind die letzten Worte. Da waren wir in der absoluten Minderheit.
Ja.
Join the
German
discussion.
Nihilists, we believe in nothing.
Ja. Die Listen, wir glauben an gar nichts. Naja, glaubst du, dass es noch eine zweite Staffel gibt?
Man hört ja überhaupt keine Erfolgsmeldungen zu diesem Ding. Also ich kann mich erinnern, bei The Walking Dead war das halt immer, haben auch eben Telltale Pressemitteilungen raus, the number one Download Game und der absolute Knaller. Und man hört von dem Ding halt gar nichts. Und wir sehen es natürlich auch ein bisschen an den Abrufzahlen von dem Let's Play. Das bei Walking Dead ging da schon irgendwie mehr. Es ist
ja, wobei auch bei Staffel 2 Walking Dead da schon nicht mehr so viel geht. Und wenn man sich auf unseren Webseiten GameStar und GamePro die Abrufzahlen von jeder Art von Artikel, also ob es jetzt Tests sind oder was auch immer zu The Wolf Among Us anschaut, dann interessiert dieses Spiel euch da draußen scheinbar
gar
nicht um ein Fünferl. Würde mich wundern, ehrlich gesagt, wenn es eine zweite Staffel gibt. Ich fand die jetzt sehr cool, aber nicht so stark wie die erste Walking Dead Staffel und es ist ihnen nicht so ganz gelungen, ständig die Spannung hochzuhalten. Also die letzte Episode fand ich jetzt eigentlich ganz okay mit den ganzen Twists und doch noch einige Überraschungen, einige Action drin und so. Also es war jetzt schon in Ordnung. Ein bisschen kurz war sie trotzdem, gerade mal 3 Folgen jetzt, wobei die dritte jetzt relativ lang ist. Ich würde gerne noch eine zweite spielen. Ich glaube allerdings nicht so recht dran, dass sie kommt. Denn
ich würde aber vielleicht gerne eine andere Figur spielen.
Ja.
Also ich fand, dass sie aus dem ganzen Bigby Wolf nicht so viel gemacht haben. Ich hatte stellenweise hier, fand ich den Sprecher wieder gut. Stellenweise ist es aber dann so, er kommt nicht rüber wie der große, einschüchternde, böse Wolf, sondern eher wie so ein leicht angepisster, aber nicht wirklich bedrohlicher Typ. Das war ein bisschen schade.
Aber auch das nicht so richtig. Also er ist im Comic ja ganz ein bisschen anders. Da ist er ein bisschen, sag ich mal, schlitzohriger, kommt er mir davor. Also vielleicht ein anderer Sprecher. Naja, Snow wäre vielleicht eine coole Hauptfigur mal.
Ja. Ja, oder sie können sich ja, weiß Gott, irgendeine Märchenfigur, die es halt im Comic noch nicht gab, ausdenken. Also, aber drücken wir nochmal auf Continue. Nicht, dass da noch was kommt und wir das hier alles...
Special Stats.
Ja, dein Verbrechen. Du hast
Deceased, Gran. Naja. Na, kommt noch ein Ausblick.
Und der Abspann.
Ja, Telltale hat ja auch genug anderes zu tun. Die machen jetzt Tales of the Borderlands.
Ja.
Wo ich mich persönlich immer noch frage, wer braucht denn das? Also klar sind das lustige Charaktere, aber kann man da eine Adventure-Serie draus machen und wie erfolgreich wird die denn dann?
Ich glaube, dass das schon funktioniert.
Ja.
Ich nehme halt an, dass es ähnliche Erfolgsaussichten haben wird wie das hier. Also wie The Wolf Among Us, weil es ist ein interessantes oder ein Szenario, wo man sich viele Figuren rausnehmen kann und so. Und das ist auch mal wie dieses ganze Science-Fiction-Western-Zeug, das kann man schon was draus machen. Das wird halt nicht der ganz große Hit werden. Da sehe ich halt eher das Potenzial bei Game of Thrones, aber das ist natürlich ist die Erwartungshaltung auch eine andere.
Die ist massiv und ich weiß nicht, ob es ist jetzt auch eine Art von Spiel, die man auch als Casual-Spieler oder als einer, der nicht oft was spielt, die man sehr, sehr schnell begreift und beherrscht. Und ich glaube schon, dass das Potenzial für ein gutes Game of Thrones Adventure sehr, sehr groß ist, aber ich weiß nicht, ob Telltale denn da nicht auch entsprechende Ressourcen drauf schippen sollte. Ob sie sich denn jetzt mit einer zweiten Wolf Among Us Staffel und Tales of the Borderlands den Gefallen tun. Oder ob sie inzwischen so viele Mitarbeiter bezahlen können, dass man sagt, nee, also wenn wir jetzt mehr Leute übrig hätten, die wir auf Game of Thrones setzen können, dann kann das nur dementsprechend besser werden. Bin ich sehr gespannt. Ich glaube auch, sie müssen ein bisschen technisch noch was machen. Es ist auch ein bisschen merkwürdig, dass sie jetzt seit einem Jahr kein Wort mehr drüber verlieren.
Über eine neue Engine oder über das Spiel?
Nee, überhaupt über Game of Thrones, über das Spiel. Man weiß nur, dass es kommt und dass sie auch gerne ein Star Wars Adventure machen würden, aber wird es langsam Zeit, dass man da ein bisschen was erfährt drüber.
Also ich glaube, dass dann mit der Engine, so sehr sie ihre Probleme auf der Konsole hat, glaube ich, dass durchaus ein Game of Thrones Spiel locker machbar wäre, weil eigentlich hat doch die Fernsehserie ihre besten Phasen in so Kammerspiel-Szenen. Continue the story, pick up a graphic novel today. Heißt das denn, dass die schon realisiert haben, dass es da keine zweite Spielstaffel mehr gibt? Oder ist es einfach nur der nette Hinweis, lesen Sie die Hefte?
Kann schon sein. Vor allem, die müsste dann die nächste ja wahrscheinlich auch wieder vor dem ersten Comic spielen. Und es gibt ein paar
Das ist wirklich, was mich auch ein bisschen gestört hat daran. Dass ich eben immer schon weiß, wie es ausgehen muss. Was bei Walking Dead eben nicht so ist. Bei den Walking Dead Spielen war halt jeder irgendwie, da hatte man um jeden mehr Angst und hier war es halt immer so, ich weiß doch, dass es die Figur noch gibt später, also kann es ja so schlimm nicht sein.
Naja, wobei das Comic das ja teilweise auch geschickt macht. Also es gibt jetzt eine Figur hier, da war dir schon klar, dass dies auch weiter in die Comic schaffen wird. Und in den Comic erwischt es die dann trotzdem. Die wird aber dann auch relativ clever ersetzt wieder. Also schwer zu sagen.
Jedenfalls, also wenn ihr die Comics lesen wollt, die Comics sind nicht immer so diese Detektivgeschichte, wie das jetzt hier der Fall ist. Also die fangen zwar an, in einem ähnlichen Fall, in dem der Bigby ermitteln muss, aber die springen dann auch so bunt die Genres. Also es gibt dann auch natürlich Rückblenden irgendwie auf diese Märchenwelt, wo die alle herkommen, was dann eben alles eher klassische Märchen sind und dann ist es auch nicht immer mit Bigby als Hauptfigur. Also das ist dann schon etwas abwechslungsreicher. Ich fand die anfangs ganz cool, bin jetzt aber gerade irgendwie an so einer Stelle, wo mich das gar nicht mehr reizt. Also mal schauen, ob ich da wieder rein bei Band 4 oder 5 bin ich, glaube ich, gerade.
Ich drücke trotzdem mal auf Continue. Ich habe immer noch die Hoffnung nicht verloren, dass da nicht noch ein Ausblick kommt, aber ich glaube es nicht. Jetzt kommt nämlich Hauptmenü. Nein. Tatsächlich. Doch. Na gut, dann danke fürs Zuschauen. Wir werden uns sicherlich bald bei einem weiteren Telltale Adventure hier auf GameTube wieder treffen. Walking Dead werden wir natürlich noch fertig spielen, Staffel 2. Tales of the Borderlands muss ich mir überlegen, da ich ja die Charaktere nicht kenne, ob das für mich sinnvoll ist, das zu spielen.
Die kennen dich auch nicht.
Stimmt. Ob das für sie sinnvoll ist, sich von mir spielen zu lassen. Auf Game of Thrones bin ich persönlich sehr scharf, aber das dauert wohl noch eine ganze Weile. Ansonsten gibt es ja noch genug andere tolle Projekte hier auf GameTube. Oder ihr schaut euch das alles hier einfach nochmal an.
Fände ich jetzt auch nicht verkehrt.
Fände ich super. Dann danke fürs Zuschauen. Bleibt uns treu. Bis bald.
Ciao. Ciao.